Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back. Actually, contrary to what I said before, this will not be my final recording because I didn't realize we had another weekend in between the due, now on the due date, which again is the 29th. Um, and that is a week from Monday. So, which is the last day of classes. So, anyway, sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody utilizes last week, to get like their final drafts, or sorry, I should say rough drafts to me. I can show you how, again, I showed you before, but I'll show you again. I've already had a couple people who have done it. Um, and to be honest with you, give me a second here. Um, already had a few people who have done it. And I've come back with editorial comments, this sort of thing, just basically trying to improve it, as particularly like and making sure that like in a paper like this that you have deep anecdotes. You don't have just like a line or two saying like they're frustrated and they don't know why. You want to like provide a little more specifics to that. Here's a paper that actually I said basically, well, you're done. You got an A. This person already had an A for the semester. So, basically almost every grade or every grade. And So this was on basically the frustration in applying for internships. So again, like the idea here is that it's a longer story, um, unlike the weather story, which isn't very complex and is a bit more simplistic. I asked people to pick topics that would be more complex and something that would require maybe more perspectives than just the weather's good or the weather's bad or the weather's mixed. Just basically something that, like this, the frustration applying for applying to internships for internships can like many different emotions, many different things. As it says here, like, we go into transitions basically about how the job market is one facet that's frustrated students. We have a student basically saying that despite his success in the end, his computer science job search was a grueling process that required a large commitment and a strong resolve. Says that the current state of the market, even getting an interview at companies with low compensation rates is difficult. Meaning, so this is basically what he's been his personal experience. Okay, I would have made this a separate paragraph. He says that he feels jaded when he feels like a nonstop test of his ability to handle rejection. He claims he could spend out upon hours mass applying to get maybe a few minutes worth of interviews out of it. Then we got another student here who, falls under the same transition about the frustrations of basically um, the job market. If you look back at the transition, um, says he's seen many people unfairly benefited by referrals in the past. He says he has seen people who have not worked towards their prospects at all receive opportunities just off their connections. Well, actually, that is pretty much the job market nowadays, and it is actually the best way to get a job. I hate to say, in case there's so many applications that come in for these jobs. It's crazy, and managers just pretty much um, don't have the time or don't want to have the time, maybe good or bad, to actually like, do a deep dive into like the resumes that come in. So he says this opens up many avenues for nepotism, as referrals are easiest to get through to family connections. Okay, now we got another transition right now. We got a direct quote. Who you know matters more than what you know. A lot of hard workers don't get what they do. So some emotion, connection, it's colorful there. That's a good direct quote. Okay. Other students are frustrated by the actual effects of this time they commit. Um, so, okay, another look at it is basically the time spent. So we look at first we're looking at the why. We're looking at two whys essentially. Like basically, dissatisfaction with the job market has made them frustrated. And the amount of time they spent, and not getting much out of it, and losing time for doing other things is also frustrating too. So, um, says coming to college with a large amount of AP credits and a high GPA result of many hours of education. He says he directed more of those hours towards his career and applying for jobs. He says it's ended up backfiring him as his GPA suffered while his actual internship ended up being unfruitful. He says that while he was frustrated, the consequences, the extra Practice interviews is good, so a little bit of a mix there. Others have had to take time away from the personal matters, so it's not just like taking away from your schoolwork, but taking away like time from like things that you may be like wanting to do, like club events, workshop for interviews, stuff like that. Okay. Um, anyway, and it goes on from there. Okay, so just a simple like email sent to me. Um, just basically showing me what you got, even if it's just the top, that'd be good. Again, I haven't had anybody ask for requested a I'm sorry, doing doing a discussion point or anything like that. If you want, it's still not too late. If you want to do that, just email me and let me know. All right. But best thing to do is really just communicate with me. Let me know what, how it's going. If you just need to look at me review at the top, that's fine too. All right. So that's all I have for this. And then next week I'll be my departure video, sort of thing. Okay. But we do have another week here. I'll just also shoot you know, I was very pleased with the, rewrites on the feature writing. I think we're at a good spot now, class wide. So let's try to finish up strong. Thanks very much, and I will be talking to you.